This is Squiddo, hacker, world destroyer, greatest hero brand hunter, most wonderful artist, and overall a silly goober. And today you will be seeing me make her in crochet form. This is not a tutorial, do not follow it as instructions. Thank you. Now, making a doll or any complex crochet project is hard, but a good thing for me is that I have experience! For context, back in January, to celebrate Cookie Run Kingdom's 4th anniversary, I made a Wimilly doll, as you can see in this video right here. This was the first time I attempted doll making, and I can tell you, it was an experience. The whole thing took me over 3 weeks to complete, and I was almost attempting to make a video about it, but got lazy. You can see some of the footage over here. So we'll try again! So I made this whole thing, as you can see here on your screen. In this picture, you can see all the colors, the proportions, and the details of Squiddo that I will be making. I decided to use her Hunting Herobrine skin since it is the one that she is most known for. Now, I have way too much yarn for the average person, so I need to use the ones I already have. So the colors don't need to match so much with the plan, they just have to look about 80% similar. They just have to like match color palette wise, you know? Just aesthetically pleasing. Okay, so I managed to find all the colors for the clothes and the accessories, but there was one, or actually no, two major problems. The hair and the skin tone. So you know what I went with? Yes. This sickly, whatever this pasty white color is. I eventually settled for the pasty yarn as skin tone, but I still couldn't decide what color was even suitable for their hair. I mean, look at these shades of brown. They look horrendous. They didn't even match chestnut. Like, why? They don't... Like, I thought I had chestnut color, but it turns out I didn't. And that's what happens when you don't keep track of all your yarn colors. So I eventually decided that this would be a problem for future me to figure out later. So first, we're going to be working on the arms, the shoes, the legs, the torso, the neck, and then the head. You'll see why this is important later. The arms are usually slightly thinner than the legs, so we're going to be using a slightly smaller round of 14 stitches instead of 16 stitches for the legs. Okay, so we have here a 7 stitches measuring. So we're going to be doing about increases in every single row, so about 2 stitches in each stitch, so that'll be about 14 stitches for that one row. And then we will keep doing 14 stitches for the next couple of rows until this whole arm line. And then we'll fasten off and then be done with it, and then we'll repeat the whole thing for the second arm. Okay, we already finished 2 of the arms, so we're gonna be sewing these on later to the body. Squiddo was wearing shoes, and I didn't want to make removable shoes, so I decided to crochet them together with the legs. So for the feet, it's gonna be a little bit different. Unlike our arms, where we simply just use the magic ring, 8 stitches, and increases. The feet is not round. The feet is more like a rectangle with rounded corners. So how are we gonna get this shape is that we're gonna be using chains. Let's say for this part we would use about 6 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 chains. So what you want to do usually is to go around. So let's say we're going to use 5 single crochets, and then on the last stitch, let's say we'll use 2 or 3 extra crochets, and then continue on the other side of the chain. We're going to be using also same thing, 5 single crochets. And usually we use this method when we want to make the longer, flatter shape, if that's how you describe it. I don't really know. It's just it just comes to you, really. Do you really? Okay, so I did a bit of off-camera work, but this is the second row now. So as you can see, I don't know how well you guys can see it in this. Yeah, ignore the holes in there. That's just because of the chain. And if you really don't want the holes, just make sure that your chains are like really tight. We're no longer going to be increasing. We're just going to be putting 1 stitch in every single stitch that we have here. So there's basically, it's like a little V here. So in this case, we're gonna go crochet in the back loop instead. So So we'll go through here. Done. You can still see the little stitch here, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't go under the front loop, or basically the loop that's facing you. The project basically can just it looks neater. It looks straighter. It looks straighter and all that. Just look how nice it looks. Like, look at it. Nice it looks, and it's flat as well. So it will stay like this even after we add stuffing. It'll just be like this. It's perfect. So basically, what I'm doing now is the shoelaces. Oh, we're just gonna do a simple crisscross, and did the first two already. Now the last stitch. Show to the back. Yeah, pretty cool. Cut it, tie it off. That's it. So everything didn't exactly go to plan. Progress on the legs was slow, and I soon had to slow down even more for my 2-week attachment. And after I got home, I didn't have much energy after an 8-hour shift, so progress was paused again! I have made a terrible mistake. So this is actually supposed to be like a little bit of orange, like maybe 3-4 rows of stitches to show that it's a sleeve. I completely forgot to do that, so now either Squiddo is going to have a singlet, or I'm gonna take this all apart, maybe 3-4 rows, I don't know, rows, and then manually go and crochet the 3-4 rows of the orange sleeves. So yeah, I messed up my measurements, and now I have to work around it. But it's fine. Nothing else should go wrong now. I hope. So another thing for you to remember when joining rounds is that you should always try to keep count of all the stitches. Make sure it's all correct. It is very easy when joining rounds, especially if it's like this. Oh, it's so simple. It's really nice. No, it's not. It's to have like one more or less extra stitch. It can really rip your hair out. So do always remember to keep count, and if you struggle to keep count, one thing I like to do is count the stitches out loud. That way I won't forget in my head, if you get what I mean. Also, I don't know if you can see here, but this stitch, if you see a stitch already dead, do not add another stitch. Then you're gonna make an increase, and then your count is gonna be all off. And then we'll go back to joining the rounds. Then, when I was doing decreases, I realized I made a terrible mistake. The stitch count the entire time was 1 stitch short, and after inspecting, the problem was traced back to the legs. This whole time, the most basic and rookie mistakes, and it explained why my one leg looked a little skinnier than the other. I had to redo everything. But at this point, I was so pained that I just decided to add an increase before the orange. Look away, crocheters! Look away! So I just redid the whole body. I added this little stitch in which for the longest time I thought it was a short pocket, but after watching this short poster by Squiddo, it turns out to actually be her school logo. Interesting! Hey, so this video took about 4 months to make, technically 1 if you take away the 3-month break I had between editing. I originally wanted to finish the entire doll, but circumstances called life prevented that. So here's a part 1 instead. I still have the footage for part 2, part 3, and so on and so forth respectively, and want to continue this series for as long as I can. If this is your first time here, then hi! I will make a proper introduction video soon, but that's gonna take some time, so until then, just chill, relax, and until we meet again, goodbye.